Next speaker will list ways in which you can understand your target market much better by means of behavioral targeting. Please welcome up to the stage Mr. Hector Angeles. He is the CEO, founder of MADcon.
Morning, everyone. How are you? So serious. As marketers, we shouldn't be serious like this, right? Okay, loosen up, guys. So I'm Hector, by the way. Where should I point this? Okay, I'm Hector from the Philippines. We traveled together with my partner 7,000 plus kilometers just to get here. Okay, that's 9 hours of flight. Okay, so so far it's been a great 3 days, right? Right? Okay. I'll give an idea. This is our company. It's MADcon. It's marketing, advertising, and design. It's good to know that our award-giving body is entitled MADcon. So when I received that call from the organizers, I felt really glad and happy. Right? So our company is always asked, why elephant? Do you know why? Because we want to do marketing with a human touch. Okay? Because elephants are one of the most intelligent, and elephants has heart. Did you know that elephants actually, when an elephant dies, they bury it to the river, and then after a year, they go back. Okay, they have hearts. So we want to do that. We want to do a human-to-human interaction on marketing. Okay? We do full-service agency marketing. We do end-to-end marketing solutions, not just digital. We do events management. We do experiential marketing. We do branding, okay, from scratch. We do graphic designing, everything about marketing. We understand the customer, and we have a portfolio of popular brands. Okay. Our background is marketing, advertising, design, and brand experience. Okay, I'm pretty sure you know this already, but to give an idea of the brands that we work with and been working with until now, these are the brands. Okay, so for over 18 to 19 years in my experience in the Philippines doing marketing, I rose to ranks from being a creative designer, events manager, creative officer, and so on and so forth. And now I own my own company. These are the companies I've dealt with. Okay? So some of them are international companies that we have to tweak the marketing style to fit the local market. Okay? Because doing marketing in different territories are very much different. And we cannot just actually adhere their local marketing, for example, in the US, and then bring it to the Philippines, right? Okay. This is our basic structure. We are a 360 degrees marketing agency, but of course, we all know that we can all do this, but our core is data mining. We don't do any creatives if we don't know our customer, right? We look into the data first before we do all of this advertising, photography, copywriting, what have you. We look into the data first, okay? Okay, guys, what's your mission and vision of your company, right? As marketers, we always use the word help, right? What's the vision of your company? To help companies grow, right? To help companies build awareness, right? So, would you agree that we're all in the business of helping, right? You agree? Okay. So, even your clients, they're in the business of helping. Contractors, they help families have their own home, right? What about PR agencies? They help get the message out. So, we're all in the business of helping. So, how can you help? Vision 2020. How many of you guys have built a Vision 2020? Show of hands. Okay. I always advise, don't get me wrong, I always advise my clients otherwise. You know why? We're 22 days away from 2020 Planning for 2020 is very short-sighted for me. Let's plan for the whole decade. Right? 2020 till 2029 or 2030, that's a better plan. That's the long-range marketing plan. Right? So let's break that down. Okay. I'd like to show you this. Guys, as marketers, let's all think that we are not our customer. Do you often have that concept or that incident wherein you battle with your client? Wherein you push your ideas to your client, you shove it down their throat. Hey, this is what we want because we're the marketers? No. Understand first your customer. That's what we'll be talking about in the next 25 minutes. Okay? But you are not your customer, but you are your brand. All of us here are brands. Do you agree? Right? We are all brands. Is this you? Have you been shooting and shooting all those things? Whatever, digital events. Have you been doing those things? Like you don't really know the target? Have you ever thought, or sometimes when you go back home, you always think like, why am I not hitting my target? Right? Do you feel this way? Right? Okay. That's because you don't know your market. You don't know your audience. How well do you know your audience? That's my topic. Okay, that topic was given to me. And let's discuss, how well do we know our audience? Okay, as service companies, we are all in the service business, right? Marketing is a service business. We all have our own audiences, our own clients, and these are the companies that we service, right? But they have a different set of customers, a different set of clients, right? Which is very much different, okay? But first, you have to know your target market as a marketing agency, right? Because knowing your brand's target market, you as your brand, is integral in targeting the right audience. Again, would you agree? You agree, right? Okay, definitely. Because if you know who you are, and then you can start helping, which is your mission and your vision of your company, right? So this is very basic, but I just like to give you a refresher. Getting your target market as a company, you always think, am I marketing to a male or female gender? Am I marketing to what age group? Am I marketing to what are their hobbies? What are their interests? We'll focus on this later. Where are they located? I've heard a lot of speakers during the last 2 days. They have companies in the US, in southern part of the globe, in Dubai, in this region. That's nice. But we also have to look into the income. So every territory, every income group, we have to look into that. This is very, 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 very basic. Even the first year students, college students of marketing know this. But sometimes as marketers, we tend to be what? We tend to be, we forgot this in the digital realm of marketing, right? We forgot the basics. And then you create the buyer persona. The more detailed, the better, right? Why do you need to understand and master your audience? Why? It's because you can sell to them properly. You can target them properly. You can communicate to them properly. The first speaker in the first day, I remember he mentioned that you need customer experience. Now, how can you help the customer if you don't know them? Okay? I'd like to impart to you these 2 quick statements about sales and marketing. Selling to the right person is more important than all the sales methods, copywriting techniques, and negotiation tactics in the world. Even your technical information and know-how about digital marketing is nothing if you don't know how to sell to the right person. Even our awards here are nothing if you don't know how to sell to the right person. Why? Because the wrong person doesn't have the money. The wrong person doesn't care. And the wrong person won't be persuaded by anything, right? Right. So that's how important knowing your audience, right? So this is actually the customer buying cycle. As marketers, we need to influence this very, very quick cycle of customer buying. First is awareness. We have to be influencing initially the awareness of our customers, because all services, products or services that we are marketing, it all starts with a problem, right? Maybe it's a shampoo, so they have a problem with their hair. And they look into Google, they look into Facebook, they look into social media, they look at their community store, wherever. So we should be there already as a solution and recognition. Next, we have to influence their interest. Information search, top of mind keywords, right? As marketing, when you Google marketing agency in Dubai, what's the topmost Google search in the first page? Should be us, should be our company. Consideration, evaluation, comparison. Of course, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth in the first page. Which is better? Which of us here are better agencies? We don't know, right? Purchase, they decide with emotion, and then they justify with logic. My partner and I were in Dubai Mall 2 days ago, and then we observed the behavior, the customer behavior there. Some of them, when they see these international brands, they become so happy. You can see the smile from their faces, right? And then when they pick up the bag, it's quite expensive, and then they tell their partners, let's buy this. It's because I love this, it'll match my outfit, blah, 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 blah. That's already logic. They tend to justify, right? So, but they buy with emotions. They feel good. Okay? We should be there. We should influence that one. Advocacy, brand loyalty. And then when the girl buys the bag or that merchandise, he or she goes to the friends and talk about it. And what they call that? That's word of mouth marketing. Right? So it's not just digital, huh? It's always a never-ending cycle of customer buying. So we as marketers should be influencing those, right? Okay, in our company, I'd like to share you this. This is a quick strategy. We combine logic, lateral thinking, and human nature in creating strategies. We don't just look into the idea of, hey, Coca-Cola did this, this went viral, let's copy it. No, we don't do that. We always look at the logic, the science behind marketing, and then we do lateral thinking. Lateral thinking, these are the strategies wherein we don't think directly. We always go at the back, on the sides, to arrive at the same goal. And then we look on human nature. Why do we buy? Hey, customers are all people. So we communicate people to people, human to human. I once remember a quick question yesterday, I think, or the other day, when a strategy was asked, what's the B2B or B2C strategy? When you mention B2B, what's the B2C strategy? Guys, I'd like to tell you, there's no more B2B and B2C. It's always H2H. That's human to human marketing. Right? Because we might be deploying robots, chatbots, and everything, but we're always talking to a person. Okay? So we tailor fit our marketing strategies to a person, because a person will read that, will feel that, and will experience that. So behavior targeting, in all of its definition, is just a technique or ability to target users based on their behavior. I'd like to tweak this and put it in a general sense. It's not just digital, but it's actually a regular thing. Okay? We always do this behavioral market targeting in all of our marketing strategies. So basically, it's always there. This is actually a common sense thing in marketing, in the marketing industry. You know this already. This is tracking. So in tracking, emails, Facebook, social media, your online things, your Google ads, they count the page views. You supply the keywords. They look into the keywords, top keywords, demographics information. Where are they from? Are they from India? Are they from the US, from the Philippines, from Dubai? You know that already. The content that's being read, was it your home page, the second page, third page, the landing page, what have you? The search is made, top keywords also, and geographic location. So these are the basics. When you download, of course, you guys would know that we have this Google Page and AdWords Analytics app. So these are the things you will see. But then, you should also look into the behavior variables. Here, new return visitors, previous visits to your page, online purchases, campaign exposure, previous responses. Environment variables, IP address, country of origin, time zone, operating system, browser type. Right? Screen resolution. Temporal variables, time of date, day of week, recency, frequency. Other variables, referring domain, search keywords. Yeah, sorry. There. So, other than the basic tracking, there's a lot of variables that you should be looking to as head of the department, as CEOs, as marketers, because there's a lot of things that can be affecting our audience or ways to master our audience, right? Okay. Behavioral targeting has advantages. 3 basic advantages based on my experience, on our experience. It affects increased lead generation, definitely. If you know how to use your data, it will increase your lead gen, it will increase your conversion, and it will increase the triple bottom line. Do you know the triple bottom line? Nowadays, if your bottom line is only profit, people will not buy from you. It should always be the triple bottom line, which is people, planet, and profit. The 3 Ps. Okay? Somebody talked about caring for your people or caring for the other people around you who are using your merchandise or your services. Next is definitely profit. We all need profit at the end of the day. But then a lot of businesses nowadays have been doing services for the planet and products for the planet. So this is the triple bottom line. Behavioral targeting also creates a win-win solution and situation. Because of programmatic selling, this is discussed yesterday by one of the speakers. For the brands or our brands, this is where we stand in our target market, programmatic buying. We know how they will be buying, so we know how to sell to them, and we know when they will be buying and how they will be buying. So it creates that one. Right? So the most important thing about behavioral targeting is how do you use your data. So everything that you've seen a while ago in my previous slides, you need to collect it properly, you analyze them, and you use it properly. Because data is power. So if you don't know how to use the data, bottom line, if you even know behavioral targeting and you don't know how to use it properly, you won't have a great marketing strategy. Here are some samples. When we launched this is a local brand in the Philippines wherein we have a tie-up with NBA. Right? We launched an ad campaign, Google ad campaign. We launched a social media ad campaign, but we're not hitting the best results. Okay, so what we did was look into it, and would you know that the interest that we saw was all of our target market or our audience like beers. Not necessarily beers. One specific beer. San Miguel's apple flavored beer. So we put that in to the keyword search, and sales went up. That's simple. Right? But of course, it's a tedious thing. But that is one sample of behavioral targeting. Another one. We have a client. Okay. In here, you can see 3 collaterals of our client. Our client is into international education. So we create, who from here have been to the Philippines? A nice one. Where have you been? To the vacation spots, right? So if you know Bacolod, Cebu, or Davao, as you can see here in the background, these are different countries, pictures from different countries. But this is just one company, right? This is just one company. And just for you to have an idea, this is the Philippines. These are the 3 spots. But we created different collaterals for them. Because, as you can see in the Davao, they are only attracted to Australian opportunities. This is Davao. For Cebu, they are only interested, majority, for New Zealand opportunities. This is Cebu. And for Bacolod, they are interested in Canada. So as you can see, if you know your audience, you can communicate with them properly. Right? Also, just some samples. Okay. So, in summary, behavioral targeting is knowing your audience and creating personalized experiences. Okay? I just want to share to you some brand stats that I've been sharing during my talks in the Philippines. I hope it can help you. It takes 5 to 7 impressions for people to remember a brand. Color improves brand recognition by up to 80%. Okay? 73% of consumers love a brand because of helpful customer service. Always think about this. Presenting a brand consistently across all platforms can increase revenue by up to 23%. Brands with poor company branding pay 10% higher salaries. Remember this, company owners. Over 70% of brand managers consider building an audience more importantly than converting sales. And 89% of shoppers stay loyal to brands that share their values. Right? Are you taking photos? Take photos, please. Okay. Next. Why do marketing fail? Just want to share this with you. This is not actually connected to my topic, but if you have unclear branding, if you don't know your audience, which is what I discussed, you will fail. If you don't have any clear goals and plans, you will fail. If you are ignoring your competitors, are we competitors here? Maybe. We don't know. If you don't provide value, you will fail. And if you're doing sales than marketing, so we always confuse that. As marketers, we always look into the ROI, where in fact we are supposed to be answering to the ROO. Do you know what ROO is? No. That's return on objectives. Right? Marketers create objectives. We answer to that. That goal is objectives, not ROI. Okay? We influence sales. Marketers influence sales. We don't directly produce sales. Right? We should have relationship building. We use our channels properly, and failure in execution. Even if we are very expert in all of those things, even if we know the data, everything, if we fail in execution, if we don't have the right team, the right people, we will fail. Okay? So guys, let's all continue to be great marketers. Just some quick tips. Marketing connects and answers to ROO, which I just mentioned. Data and creative analysis plus proper execution is the key. Be inspired but never copy. Creativity is key. Okay? marketing is not an option, it is a requirement. Do you ever experience that? That sometimes we don't have any budget for marketing. Your clients will always tell you that. We think you're so expensive. No, tell them we are not an option. We are a requirement. In fact, at the opening or the start of their business, there should be marketers already. Right? Because we are the communicators and translators of their products or businesses. You agree? Fifth, how do I click? Yeah. You push boundaries. It's okay to fail, right? It's okay to fail, but you stand up again. And let's enjoy the journey. Okay? I'd like to share to you this quick statement. Even when you are marketing to your entire audience or customer base, you are still simply speaking to a single human at any given time. I hope you agree with me. Even it's millions and millions of impressions that you see, that your data is giving you, it's always just one person you're communicating with, right? So thank you very much. I'm Hector Angeles again from the Philippines. Thank you, MADcon. Should I stay for?
Thank you so much, Hector. That was absolutely fascinating. Do we have any questions from the floor at this time, please? Yeah, can we get a microphone down the front? Thank you.
That was a pretty nice presentation. My name is Vivek Rangabhasham. I just wanted to ask you one question specific to gathering information or knowing your customer or audience better. Can you give us a few tips on how you personally manage to do that? If you can give us just like the top 5 tips on understanding your audience better, or something very specific on how you gather information and how you build the relationship.
Yeah. I'm a very hands-on person, marketer. So we can all use these digital things, right? Digital stuff. We can always create CRMs, use this email marketing, and then we rely on feedback loops, right? So we do that. But then you can also add going into the actual field. You go there. If your target market is in the target market B, upper A, or lower A, you go there. Experience that. Experience that. You should be able to walk in their shoes. You should be able to breathe their air. You should be able to, I don't know, wear whatever they're wearing. So you'll be able to feel and communicate that properly to your target.
That sounds perfect. But any specific case or any specific challenge that you've handled, can you give like a specific example to you, so how you managed to do it with one of your clients?
Okay.
Just so that I can understand it and visualize it better.
Yeah, sure. I just showed you the phone, right? The NBA phone. Yeah. In that way, when we launched that, it's a tie-up between us. We are in the Philippines, and a tie-up with NBA. So we were the first NBA phone in the Philippines, or in fact in the Southeast Asian region. So when we launched that, I personally went to the US, made a Facebook Live within the 2017 All-Star Game, and have it broadcasted in the Philippines just to make that feel that, hey, this is legit. This is something great. This is something big. Right? So we did that. Because that's how you communicate to your audience, because we know them already. Right? They all know, they watch basketball, they watch NBA, they know everything. But what would be unique? What can we offer as a different experience? Yeah. I hope that answers your question. Yeah. Thank you.
Any more questions from the floor? Was that another one down there? Did I see? Oh, I'm just making stuff up and seeing things. Hector, what's your experience of kind of what you do in the UAE? Do you have seen much of what's going on here?
Nothing much in the UAE. Yeah, nothing much. We operate basically in. My partner, the one I showed you, Ideal Visa Consultancy. is based in, we have two branches in Bahrain, in KSA. Yeah. So we do marketing for them.
You do marketing here.
Yeah.
How creative are we here? Because one thing, I've been here a long time. I've been in the UAE for 16 years, and I think we get very stuck with being creative. We get stuck in these little boxes, and people don't want to think out of the box here. So any advice on how we could do that maybe here?
I think we all experience that creative block as marketers, as creatives, as we call ourselves. We all experience that, not just here in the UAE. It's actually the disadvantage of being exposed to a lot of media. Because we always have this idea of, hey, this went viral, maybe this is the new trick. This went so popular, maybe this is the new trend. And then we think along that line. That's where I showed you the lateral thinking. There's always a lot of ways to skin a cat, right? So basically that's it. You should always just brainstorm and yeah.
So lots of things going on. Any advice for new people coming into the industry? How to, get their ideas out there?
You know what? I'm a fine arts graduate. Yeah. And my first work was a factory worker. Yeah. So I think it's actually when you want to go into the marketing industry, you just need to be observant. You just need to be, I don't know, maybe willing to try and willing to risk. Yeah. You need to have grit to be here, right? You need, I don't know. It's my first 3 days to sleep properly. As marketers, do you really sleep properly? Right? Right?
Never.
Okay. Yeah. So, that's it, I think.
Because I know that a few of you have kind of come up to me and asked about getting into the industry here in the UAE or regionally, and we are saturated here. We are so oversaturated, and it's really difficult to find people. The ones that are doing well are the ones that are sticking out, that are doing something different. So how do you put yourself above the run-of-the-mill stuff, as it were, separating the wheat from the chaff?
I think it would be, how do you separate yourself from the competition? I think it would be better if we start collaborating other than competing. Would you agree? Right? Right? Other than differentiating ourselves from each other, which I know we are all experts, right? I might call myself expert from the Philippines. You guys can be experts here, but we don't know everything yet, right? So it's time marketers collaborate and not just compete, right?
Yeah, I love that. Collaboration is something that needs to be talked about a lot. Collaboration as opposed to competing with each other. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
Hector, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Amazing.